Carrie, Eric Davis, Haydocy Airstream, I first wanted to thank you. You came in, you took a look at the 16-foot sport model and said, why would anybody buy this? It does my heart good. I'm going to go a quick walk around on the 19-foot Flying Cloud, which will just give you a brief idea about what this is all about platform-wise, as opposed to maybe something else you might be looking at. So obviously we just got this in. By the way, this still has the protection over the stainless steel wraps. This is obviously going to protect the aluminum, but also it's the cool factor. Not available on the Sports Series. So these pivot out so you can wash behind. Everything up here that goes around the upstairs is Lexan. So that will allow us to protect. Certainly gives you UV protection, gives you awning protection, and then inside we have also a jalousie window that is tempered glass, will provide additional UV protection. But once again, and by the way, the wings on this also pivot out so that we can get to the trailer to clean. Twin 30-pound propane tanks. That's going to keep you off-grid, boondocking, whatever, for a period of time. What comes with the 19 also, by the way, 30 pounds of propane, 60 pounds of propane is what they put on 30-footers. So that's a cool thing. Also, dual twin 12-volt deep cell marine type batteries. 2 batteries. We talked about the LED lighting on this thing. That's also something not available on the Sports Series. You have a drop-down full spare tire underneath. That means no UV light getting to that spare. Also, it's in a cradle, so when it drops down, no hardware to mess with, pulls right out. Then we have the Barker system. The Barker system from Airstream is, obviously, it's used for leveling purposes, but I think more so it's used when you're doing the hitch setup, because you're varying the degree as far as the front and back to the Airstream. It just makes towing down the road a little easier. Also, we have a quick disconnect propane port, so that you want to hook up that gas grill, that space heater, additional propane resource. It's done all right here with the business end of the 19-footer. Come on around, let's check this out. 19-foot Flying Cloud has these very cool porthole windows, all buck riveted. This is the Airstream signature that we're come to be familiar with. You have a locking potable water source here. I believe I explained to you, I can kind of let myself into other stuff on our lot, but Airstream is all individually keyed. Kind of the cool factor. Then you have some of the business end of what we're doing here. You have additional storage for that sewer connection. You have an outdoor shower. This has both hot and cold running water. We can hose off grandma, the kids, the dogs. Everything can be done externally right here. Also, the cool factor. Then you have a rubber torsion bar axle on an Airstream. Basically what that presents is independent suspension. This is not a solid axle going through the travel trailer, which can promote bounce. This is something that will follow the vehicle. It has been the same axle system used on Airstream since the 60s. Let's just suggest that it doesn't get any better than this from the standpoint of what can be applied to a travel trailer. Then you have the interior port for your water resource. This has a regulator built into it. So unlike going to the campground and seeing the guy next to you with the exterior regulator, that has to be here because this will leave you at 65.5 psi water coming in without worrying about blowing interior copper, any of that PVC tubing, which is tubular inside. This is for your safety and protecting your Airstream. The cool thing, this is a black water flush valve. Your septic system is located here. By the way, it is lighted. We have LED lighting for, because you will hit that park late in the evening, which is a good thing. It's very easily designated with a gray and black water knife valve. But what the Blackwater flush does, picture if you will, the tines of a umbrella pumping out high pressure water to blow that black tank out, make sure that everything flushes. So I call it clean hands. It's beautiful. Then you have your hookup here for your 30 amp service. So easily identifiable here. The next thing you have is your TV. So you got your cable hookup. Everything once again at your fingertips. I love the 19. Come on around, Carrie. Okay, the back end, the business end of the Flying Cloud 19-footer. First of all, what I love, Carrie, is we've got storage. We've got bumper storage. You've got access storage. Diamond plate interior, lighted LED. Let's talk about LED. All of the exterior lamps on the Flying Cloud 19 are LED. All your running lamps are LED. Inside, outside, all LED. It's going to be around a lot longer than you and I. The windows on the 19-footer are jalousie type. What does that mean? You've got a rain rail. You've got 3-position fold-out window, which means they act as awnings. These aren't sliders. You don't got to worry. If it's raining, we're still getting airflow through the 19-foot Flying Cloud. Let's face it, it is the Flying Cloud, and it don't get better than this. Come on around, Carrie. Okay, Carrie, 19-foot Flying Cloud. While we want to focus on the inside, where are you going to spend your time? If you're out and about, you got this beautiful awning that, by the way, door can be open or shut to release or close the awning. The 19-foot, just the entry door. First of all, you have that beautiful buck riveting. You have that light pouring in. You have the beautiful radius that Airstream requires 8 hours to produce an individual door. The screen door itself is all fully welded aluminum. You've got the people protector, the kid and the dog protector. And when you close the door on an Airstream, well, this is really what it's all about from a manufacturing standpoint. Doesn't get any better than this. Fully insulated, they use the R Factor 8 EcoBat insulation. Everything on this Airstream is green. No off-gassing. They don't use the formaldehydes. There's nothing. People with allergies will buy Airstream because of the way they're manufactured. How about that door shutting? I love that. It just, that's a beautiful thing. So while we are looking at the exterior of the Flying Cloud, guess what? This is when it makes sense. Come on in. Okay, Carrie, when you enter into the 19, probably what catches your eye is the beautiful camel upholstery done in, now this is all ultra leather. What's great about it is it's, you know, it's dog proof, it's kid proof, it's grandma proof. And the other thing is, because it breathes, it adapts to your body temperature. So you don't get hot, sticky, cool, slick feelings. It really is kind of the best of the best. The double dinette that you see in the entree here, by the way, this can be dropped down or it can be pulled out. The two things about that is we can then take the back cushions, if this was dropped down, and create a sofa. So for watching TV, doing stuff like that, it kind of, it's a dual purpose. How about all the light that pours in with all of the radius panoramic windows? All of the lighting, we don't have the battery hooked up out here, so you can't see all this beautiful overhead LED lighting that dumps down, and it is on a rheostat, so we can vary the intensity of the overhead lighting. All of the Flying Cloud cabinetry, first of all, I love the radius because that to me leans a little bit towards what Airstream is all about. It's all about the curves. But the way that it's manufactured, it's all bolted in, it's not screwed, it's not glued. You have the new Clarion sound system, which is way cool. Also, overhead you've got dual Fantastic fans. Now the Fantastic fans, they are, well, they're neat because they have a membrane in here that any moisture gets to them. If you're off campus and you happen to leave one of the fans open, guess what? Any moisture gets to it, it automatically closes. So just the entree into, by the way, we bring all of our travel trailers in on the Flying Cloud series and above with inverters. The inverter system allows you, let's say if you're rolling down the road, to plug into a 110 outlet off of the battery, which allows you to run your computer, your coffee maker, whatever, and also stay off grid, off the beaten path, which I hope you'll be doing with the 19. Doesn't get any better than this. While my guy Derek has his camera there, I did want to point out the storage. This is your entree storage into the Airstream, and which gives you, once again, what I believe Airstream does is utilizes every square inch of the travel trailer that they can. Let's check out mid-deck. Okay, Carrie, the galley. The galley on the 19 actually is very efficient. You certainly have a lot of pantry space. That's European hardware that utilizes, you've got full access to the doors. You've got great little, these are called ocean air shades. You have the computer system at your fingertips here. This is your inverter system. This allows you to monitor every tank, your battery, your fresh, your gray, your black water. You've got overhead storage. You've got the European vented fan, which vents outside the trailer, but still gives you access to all of your storage. Extremely well done. This is equipped with the oven, the 3-burner stove with the high output front burner, and then of course you have wardrobe or pantry space, however you would like to utilize it, which is lighted with that LED lighting. So actually it's a tremendous amount of galley space in a small platform. Come on back. Carrie, well, we have the Dometic system, the Dometic refrigerator freezer, very cool because it's got a brain. If you're plugged into shore power, you're filling it up for the trip. The minute you unplug that shore power, automatically switches over to propane, so to keep those beverages cold as you're rolling down the road. You have a 22-inch HD LED TV, which can be utilized anywhere on the platform. And what's really cool is this will drop down and give you access, of course, to that TV in the master or anywhere else on the platform. Really kind of cool how that is accomplished. Then we get to the point where we can close off our front cabin. So in closing off the front cabin, that allows us to separate that from the master bedroom, which is kind of cool. And then, of course, we have a full combination overhead medicine cabinet, storage above, storage below, stainless steel deep well with a Moen faucet. All of the brains of the operation are right here. So the vanity is a nice setup on into the lavatory. Now the lavatory, what I love is that first of all, you got plenty of room to change your socks. But above and beyond that, you've got porthole lighting coming in. You've got a self-wicking shower, which gives you plenty of room for standing up. You have overhead 12 volt right beside an additional fantastic fan, so moisture won't be an issue. So for what's a relatively small platform, you got a lot of lab space. And then we have the full bed in the master, overhead cabinetry, LED rheostat lighted, along with an additional inverted outlet resource. And by the way, we talked a little bit about, there is also, on the 19-footer now, there is that bunk option. So plenty of room to sleep the kids, the dogs, everything that goes with. So the setup, I think, in the 19, for the size platform it is, it's a bonus. Carrie, 19-foot Flying Cloud. I know you're looking at probably different options as far as maybe the interior. We were able to take a look at the Serenity package from the International Series, certainly available on the 19-footer. I wanted to just give you a quick shout out of the walk around that we did on the 19-foot Flying Cloud. It's a great platform, and obviously it's about the weight that you require rolling down the road. But obviously you want that Airstream comfort and quality to roll along with. Once again, you got my phone number, I believe, Eric Davis, area code 614-279-8880, or you can reach me via email, eric@haydocy.com. Once again, thanks again for all the time, and I appreciate your knowledge. And the bottom line is, enjoy the journey, but most of all, Happy camping.